Hi, good morning. Welcome to today's 20-minute pop-up yoga class. Today we are going to build a sun salutation. We're going to start slowly and we'll add it piece by piece, and at the end we'll do a few full sun salutation A's connected with the breath. So we're going to start standing at the front of your mat, feet about shoulder width apart. Now, if you'd like, you can have your feet a little bit wider, or you can even bring your feet together. You want to look down at your feet and see if your second toe can point straight forward. That might mean you need to turn your feet in ever so slightly. So we're just going to take a moment now to focus on our posture and our breath. So your weight should be equally distributed between the front and the back of your foot, so you're not heavy on your heels or heavy on your toes. We're pulling the crown of the head up toward the ceiling while pulling the shoulders away from the ears. Pulling the lower belly up so that it's hugging toward your spine. Gaze should be forward, not up, but forward and maybe even slightly down so that that crown of the head can pull up. And if you'd like, you can take a moment and close your eyes and notice which direction you might begin to sway. So maybe forwards or backwards. With your eyes closed, it's a little bit more difficult to balance, so you can really see the direction that you tend to lean. And with your eyes either opened or closed, let's turn our attention to the breath. So we're going to, during this practice, as much as possible, breathe in and out through our nose. We'll begin to lengthen both the inhale and the exhale, trying to bring symmetry to the inhale and the exhale. You can hear the sound of your breathing and feel what the breath feels like in your body as it moves in and out slowly. And if your eyes were closed, you can go ahead and slowly open them, and we'll begin to link some movement to our breath. So we'll inhale and sweep our arms straight up. If you'd like to, you can arch the upper back slightly and look up, or you can keep your head in neutral spine. So we'll sweep the arms up on an inhale, and on an exhale, bring your hands together at your chest. Inhaling to sweep up and exhaling to bring your hands down. So let's do two more. Good. This next time, instead of bringing your hands together at the chest, we'll fold forward. For this first forward fold, you can have your legs bent. Again, if you need to bring them wider apart, you're welcome to. And you're also welcome to set a chair in front of you and put your hands on a chair if it's difficult to reach the ground. So on an inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. And on an exhale, we'll dive forward, leading with the chest, keeping a flat back as long as you can, and then allowing yourself to round down. Now in this position, it's very easy to lean back and pull back into your heels. As much as possible, try to bring that weight forward, more into your toes. You're working to get your hips over your ankles. And you might want to, especially for this first one, bend your legs just a little bit. We'll go ahead and shake our head yes and no, releasing some tension in our neck. If you're working with straighter legs in the forward fold, you can engage these front quadricep muscles, pulling them up towards your hips. That releases your hamstring and allows you to move a little deeper into the forward fold. So after we fold forward, on the next inhale, we'll bring our hands up to our shins or our quads and pull the crown of the head forward. And again here you want to try, it can be difficult, you don't want to topple forward, but to keep the weight more in your toes than in your heels. And as you pull the crown of the head forward, you want to create a line between your hips and the crown of your head. So you're pulling the chest forward, pulling the crown of the head forward, not allowing your back to arch or to round, but to be as flat as possible on the inhale. And then we will exhale to fold back forward. Again, you're welcome to bend your knees or put your hands on a chair. And on our next inhale, we'll sweep the arms back up. Bring your hands together and exhale. So when we come up to rise from the forward fold, you're always welcome to bend your knees as much as possible, engage your core, and stand. Engaging your core really protects your lower back. So let's go ahead and move through that half sun salutation a few times with the breath. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, fold forward, weight in the toes. Inhale to create that nice long flat back, bringing your hands up to your legs, exhaling to fold back forward. Inhaling, sweep your arms up, feel free to bend your legs, and exhale, bring your hands together at your chest. Let's take a breath here. And then we'll do that again. So inhale to sweep the arms up, exhale to fold forward. Inhale, come to flat back, exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, bring your hands together at your chest. Very good. All right, we're going to do that and add another piece to it. So this time, we're going to step back into plank. We'll hold plank for a few breaths, and then we'll come back to stand. So let's walk through it slowly together. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, we'll come to flat back. And this time when we exhale, we're going to step first one foot, and then the other back. So you're up on your toes. If you're pregnant or if you need a modification, you can drop your knees down to the mat. You want to pull your chest forward, keep your shoulders away from your ears. You want to make sure that you're not lifting up into the air, and try to create as much of a line between the crown of your head and your heels as possible. Shoulders should be over the wrists and head in neutral spine. Let's take 2 breaths here, and then we'll step back to the front. And on your next inhale, step or walk one foot, and then the other back to the front, and exhale to fold. Inhale, we'll go to that flat back position. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, bring your hands together at your chest. Let's do that again. This time we'll just hold the plank for 1 breath. So moving with the breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come to flat back, exhale, step back, maybe lift the opposite foot first. Hold for 1 breath. Then on the inhale, step or walk to the front, exhale, fold. Inhale to flat back, exhale to fold. Inhale to sweep the arms up, exhale, hands together. Very good. Take a breath here, and this time we're going to add the chaturanga. So if you are pregnant, for this one you're going to skip it because we're going to go down to our bellies. You can either stay in plank while we walk through it on your knees, or you can go ahead and move up into downward facing dog. For everybody else, we're going to go ahead and lower from plank down all the way to our chest, hugging our sides with our elbows. So we're going to pull the elbows back rather than like a regular position where the elbows come out. So let's go through that slowly. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, step back to plank. Good. And then from here, again, you can drop down to your knees for this. We'll brush the sides of our body with our elbows. So elbows pointing back, slowly as you can. Lower all the way down to the mat and release your toes. Good. From here, we'll move into a low cobra. So on the next inhale, we'll lift the shoulders and the chest up off the mat. Your hands should be light. You should be able to lift them. Your pinky toes as well as your big toes are pressing down into the ground. Lower belly engaged to protect your core. And the idea here is to have that back bend in the upper back. We'll just come up on the inhale, and on the exhale, lower back down. Very good. To go back up into the plank position, you can either push through a push-up, or you can go through bent legs. So to go through bent legs, just go like this. And to move through the top of the push-up, you'll tuck your toes, trying to keep your body as strong as possible, and press all the way back up. Very good. And from here, we'll move into downward facing dog. So we'll move the hips up and back. Let's keep our legs bent for this first one. Press through both hands. Take a moment to look up at your hands. Your pointer fingers should be pointed forward so that your hands are slightly externally rotating. Press through all 10 of your fingers and lift your hips as high up and back as you can. So for this first one, let's go ahead and pedal the feet. We won't do this once we get moving with the breath, but just to wake up the calves a little bit, let's pedal the feet, bending one foot and then the other. Continuing to push through your hands and pulling your hips up and back. Good. Go ahead and bend those legs again. And if you are feeling like you've got the space, you can go ahead and work your legs towards straight, moving your heels toward the mat while continuing to pull your hips up and back and press through your hands. Good. On the next inhale, we'll step or walk to the front of the mat. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, bring the hands together at your heart. Very good, we've made it through our first full sun salutation A. We'll go ahead and do 3 more of these together, but if you need to move at a different pace than I am, feel free. Try to move with your breath, but also listen to your body. So let's take a full breath here, reconnecting with our posture and our breath. And then on the next inhale, we'll sweep the arms up. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to come to flat back. Exhale, step back to plank. Feel free to drop your knees or to go in straight into downward facing dog. Then hugging the sides with your elbows lower to the mat, releasing the toes. Inhale to pull up to cobra. Exhale to press up either through bent legs or straight and press into downward facing dog. We'll take one breath here. And on your next inhale, step or walk to the front of the mat. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, hands to your chest. Let's take a breath, and we'll do it again. Inhale, just sweep the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Keeping that weight pulling forward. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to step back. Go ahead and lower down to the mat or go straight into your downward dog. Inhale to lift the chest. Exhale to press back into downward facing dog. Feel free to go through bent knees. Take one breath here. And then we'll inhale to step forward. Exhale to fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, hands together at your chest. Very good. We'll do one more together. This time when you step your feet back and step your feet back forward, if you've been using one foot to lead each time, try to use the other foot. We'll go ahead and hold downward facing dog for a few extra breaths for this one. Everything else will move with the breath. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, exhale, fold forward. Inhale to flat back, exhale, step back. You can lower your knees. Go ahead and lower slowly. And then on the inhale, lift to low cobra. Exhale, press into your downward facing dog, and we'll hold here for 5 breaths. Pressing through your hands, pulling your heels toward the mat. Your legs can be bent or straight. Continue to feel those hips pulling up and back. Upper arms should be pulling towards your ears. If you'd like, you can shake your head yes and no a little bit. Let's do 2 more breaths. And on your next inhale, step or walk to the front of the mat. Exhale to fold. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale. Bring your hands together at your chest. Very good. All right, we've got just a couple minutes, so we'll go ahead and take a resting pose of your choice. You might choose to sit just straight in a comfortable seated position, or you might choose to lay down, but we'll just take a moment to reconnect with our breath and cool down a little bit. So if you'd like, you can close your eyes. And again, work towards lengthening those inhales and exhales. Seeing if you can bring symmetry to the breath. It might help to count. And everybody's breath length is different. You want to breathe as fully and deeply as you can. But you don't want to clench or tighten your chest. It should feel easeful. So maybe you inhale for 6 counts, pause for a moment, and exhale for 6 counts. Maybe you inhale and exhale to 4 or 8. See if you can find a length that works for you. Counting your breath can help you stay connected to your breath. It's a good mindfulness practice. And it can help us to bring symmetry to the breath. A full inhale and exhale is very grounding for the nervous system. Inhales activate our sympathetic nervous system, and the exhale activates our parasympathetic nervous system. So if we take full, even breaths, it can be helpful to center to calm and to refocus. So let's see if we can take 3 more even breaths. Counting the inhale and the exhale to whatever number feels good in your body today. Very nice. And go ahead and begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And if your eyes were closed, you can slowly open them. Thank you so much for joining me for this Sun Salutation pop-up class. Look forward to practicing again with you soon.